I'm going to talk to a member of Rascal Flatts later, a real star. They must have never seen this show before. First, though, Jeff and I will recap the weekend, including the building of a snow fort. Then we are heading southeast to White Lake, Wisconsin, to learn about the unique history of its legendary mill. And finally, local race car driver Natalie Decker and Rascal Flatts member Jay DeMarcus join the show. We'll get to all of that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. One person is dead and 4 more are injured after a shooting last night in central Wisconsin. Officers were dispatched at about 1 a.m. on a report of a disturbance in Plover. At the scene, they found 1 man dead and another man with an apparent gunshot wound, according to police. 2 additional males and a female suffered various injuries in the altercation. Investigators are still on scene. The Bid for Build's Facebook auction came to an end yesterday with over $15,000 raised. All the money will go toward Habitat for Humanity Northwoods, which helps provide housing for Northwoods residents. There were hundreds of bids and more than 50 items sold. All in all, a huge success. The 45th annual Rhinelander Lions Club Fishery is this coming weekend. There are cash prizes up to $500 for Northerns and additional prizes for walleye, perch, bluegill, and crappie. It's $20 to enter, and you can buy tickets at Mel's Trading Post. Kids can fish for free. We are going to talk to Eagle River native Natalie Decker later, but for context, the breaking news is that she will compete in at least 5 Xfinity NASCAR races this year. Decker competed in the Truck Series last year, but she's moving up to Xfinity, which is Tier 2 pretty much in NASCAR. She will drive the number 23 Ford. Her first Xfinity race will be at Daytona on February 20th. We'll hear more from her later, along with her sponsor, Jay DeMarcus, the bassist from Rascal Flatts. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now after a very cold weekend. Jeff, happy Monday.
Hey Dan, happy Monday. Well, I have good news if you don't like the cold. High temperatures will rise into the teens a week from today. For perspective, though, we had low temperatures near 27 below on Saturday. This is a live look at the South Pole, where it is summer, and the high temperature today was 28 below zero. All right, out there right now, though, for us, though, lots of clear skies still. A very winter-ish scene here in Rhinelander. Temperature of 1 with some sunshine and a west breeze at 8, making it feel like 13 below. We're used to that, right? Over at Wausau, it's 0 for you. Okay, you're losing that war. With the west wind at 8, making it feel like 14 below. And check out these dew points of 12 below. The air is incredibly dry if you walk across your carpeting, and you can shock somebody pretty easily today in your house. Okay, temperatures across the area are pretty much hanging out near 0, where we expect them to be tomorrow and for Wednesday and for Thursday and for Friday. But there are some signs that somewhat warmer temperatures are on the way a week from today. Until then, a wind chill advisory in effect for us again. Get used to these. This is your tax dollars saying, hey, it's going to be cold out there tonight. Wind chills near 30 below. Your dogs and cats will not like that, and you won't either come tomorrow morning. Okay, here's the trend, though. So 4, 5, 6 degrees or so. Here we go. But then look at, that's a 13 back in the forecast next Monday. Until then, we got to play in this weekend. Lots of snow on the ground. It was cold, though, as you know. But there is still no snow in our forecast anytime soon. In fact, we are now stuck at 40.5 inches, up against 88.4 from last snow season. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
The President's Sale at Slumberland. Come on. Slumberland Furniture has the best prices around, and right now everything is an additional 25% off.
Well, hello Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge President's Sale at Slumberland.
Menards has everything you need to update your home. Keep paint where you want it with Duck Clean Release Multi-Surface Painter's Tape. It protects edges from splatters and drips. Now, all Duck Clean Release Painter's Tape is on sale. Fill gaps and prevent air or water leaks in your newly painted room with DAP Alex Plus caulk. It's great for both interior and exterior use. Get 2 for $3. Start saving at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Wausau Child Care is a community-driven organization specializing in quality care for children. Wausau Child Care provides a loving environment for your child and has flexible hours to work around your schedule. Your children come first, and that includes safety and security. Our staff regularly ensures that both the children and their environment are safe and nurturing. Wausau Child Care Inc. has 3 locations and several nationally credited programs, fostering growth for the children we serve.
What are you doing?
Dude, I'm so excited. I just can't wait for summer.
Can't wait to get on the water and want a private shopping experience to start planning your summer weekends? Then go to our website and book your VIP tour with American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano. Get first crack at the lowest prices anywhere, and we're matching deposits up to $1,000 on select products. Don't get left out in the cold. Book your VIP private shopping experience at American Marine now.
He's thinking new mattress. She's thinking, well, a lot of things. It's okay. Get an extra 25% off our already low Slumberland price. The Sealy Posturepedic mattress on closeout for only $529. Our biggest sale of the year at Slumberland Furniture.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. Jeff, you have this ability to just bring up random topics. Like the last 2 minutes, we were just talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and we can say that on TV right now, actually. Yeah, what a game that was yesterday, right? For a lot of people who thought it was a boring game. But, it's still a game. There's still commercials to watch and a good time to be had. And, it seems weird that that's now over. But spring training is not that far away now.
For baseball?
Yes.
Yeah, that's just not as fun for me. But I have some way else to occupy my time because I constructed this Quincy.
No, igloo.
No, it's called a Quincy. Actually, I knew you were going to bring that up, Jeff. Okay, so for some context here, let's bring up the definitions, Paul. A Quincy
you did?
is a pile of snow where you dig out from inside this snow structure, the snow pile.
Okay.
But an igloo is what you build from the bottom. So this was a pile of snow just by the WJFW studios, and I partnered. I'm sounding so official.
Is it sponsored?
Imagine
if
a kid was building a snow fort, and he's like, "Oh, I partnered with my next door neighbor." No, me and other WJFWers worked together to build this Quincy. You can see the definitions now.
It's amazing. And I was in it earlier.
You were in it. Actually,
brought lawn chairs.
We have a picture of you and Theo in there.
Yeah, I brought Theo by.
I want to say Theo was a pleasure to have in there. Though I will say he
peed on it. He did. He had to go.
Jeff, you have to use words delicately. You have to be subtle in television.
Okay, how would you have phrased that?
I would have said he made his mark or he defined his territory.
So I have a beef with you, by the way.
Okay.
10 minutes ago, Dan told me he talked to Rascal Flatts.
Jeff, you
10
weren't
minutes ago.
You weren't available. I didn't know you were such a Rascal Flatts fan.
I believe my name is in the show title.
That's right.
I wasn't even invited.
You were invited for the record. Jeff, I want to bring up, I'm just going to charge right through this because we have to get to our schedule for the How We Got Here series.
Oh.
First up, we got White Lake today. Then the rest of the week, we have Merrill, Hurley, Price County, and Lac du Flambe. But I will say the topics, those are mysteries. You have to watch to find out. But those are just the historical societies that are representing them. Then we'll go to the next week. Or actually, the next 2 weeks planned out, Jeff. You're going to be very proud of me. We're going to Phelps on Monday. We're going to go back to Merrill on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to have a special Black History Month edition. There's not much Black history, believe it or not, in the Northwoods, so I'm going to try to pack it in all that day on Wednesday. And then we're going to go to Appleton because they have a very checkered history with Black people down there. And then we're going to go to Prentice on Friday, back to our Local Legends series. So that'll be a ton of fun. We're going to go right now to break before Jeff can make fun of me again. And we are going to learn about the history of White Lake and specifically the mill in just 2.5 minutes.
Season after season, customers have found that when it comes to replacing their windows, there's only one company to call. Renewal by Andersen. Call the number below and take advantage of this limited time offer. Plus, go with Renewal by Andersen and you get Renewal by Andersen's signature service. The perfect blend of the best people in the industry, a superior process, and an exclusive product. Call today to schedule your free window diagnosis because this incredible offer is only available for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
Exciting things call for a drum roll, like this new offer on one of Wisconsin's favorite lotto games. It's Badger 5 with Lightning Ball. During February, there's a 1 in 3 chance that a Lightning Ball strikes a play. When it does, players get an extra number, which means better odds of winning a prize. Jackpot not included, only in February. This exciting offer from the Wisconsin Lottery is going fast.
Martin, I'm at work.
Oh, perfect. I have a question. Is it true that Single Care can beat the price of your prescription right at the register?
Yes, Martin.
My friend Al is not so convinced.
Just have him check the Single Care price. It only takes 10 seconds on the app.
Good point. Stand by.
Sorry about that.
Looks like it's cheaper with Single Care.
Oh, that's a great price. Yes, Martin?
Al saved on his copay in 10 seconds.
That is so great. I gotta go.
I think she hung up on me. Check the Single Care price today.
Support ArtStart and local musicians by purchasing a unique and personalized Valentine's Day singing emailgram. Visit ArtStart online now through February 10th for more information.
Justin Betty and meteorologist Jeff Weller bring you the local news and weather from the North Woods alongside the WJFW Evening News Team. Watch Justin and Jeff weekday evenings at 5, 6, and 10 on News Watch 12.
Welcome back to Up North at 4 and our How We Got Here series. We're doing local legends this month, and we're kind of doing something a little different today. Joining me right now is Carl Witt from the White Lake Area Historical Society. Carl, how are you doing?
Good. How are you today, Dan? Nice cold day.
Very cold day. I'm glad I'm inside right now, definitely. Well, Carl, we're going to focus on the most important force in White Lake history, really the reason why it exists today. So usually legends are a figure or a person, but this paper mill, this mill in White Lake is really the reason for its existence. So tell me about the mill.
Yes, Dan, thank you for asking. It's our flooring mill right now. It's very successful, but in the early days, exactly 1916, there was a group of businessmen from the Wausau area that came over and saw this beautiful tract of land and timber and the nice purity of the lake. They decided to build a sawmill here. And they employed several hundred people. And quickly, within a year's time, in 1917, the mill was up and running, the sawmill part of it. And they had several logging camps throughout the area where they hauled logs in to saw at the mill. And they built 100 homes for the employees, which is unbelievable, huh, Dan?
Right. That is very different. You know, we've heard a lot of logging anecdotes, a lot of early beginnings for communities based around logging, but it seems like White Lake was this mill. This mill owned White Lake. So tell me more about that.
And it was so great when they came in here. They had a tremendous amount of workforce that was dedicated, hardworking people, including a lot of my relatives as well. And they built a bank here. They built a company store. They had a boarding house. They had a clubhouse. They had a hotel. They even had a barbershop and a bank. And they did real well. And then after their first year, then they started the planing mill as well. And anyway, the town was pretty much self-contained. But what's really cool about this story is they had this steam generator in the mill. And all the byproducts from the sawmill, the sawdust and scrap wood, produce steam for power for the mill, them, and not only them, but the whole town here, Dan, got their energy from the mill. That is a really great story.
Everything is revolving around this mill, and this mill continues to this day. So take me from, how it started to where we are today.
It started in 1916. They celebrated their 100 years naturally in 2016. They went from a sawmill, and then they did there was some things that happened. In the beginning, it was like the Yaki Bissell. These businessmen were W.W. Bissell and W.W. Gamble and Yaki, and it was called Yaki Bissell for several years. And then in the 50s, it changed over to a Robbins Flooring Company, and they produced flooring, which not only is a high quality. They did it for the Olympics, for the NBA, for the NCAA. A few teams, name a few of the floors, were the Lakers, the Cavaliers, the Spurs. They all got their floors from our mill in White Lake, which is really cool. Kentucky, Duke, UCLA, all their floors came from this mill. So the mills did a lot for this town. I can't say enough about it, and the dedicated employees, that kept this town going. But the mill did everything. And then another thing that was really cool, in the early days, like when money was rough, they had a script, coupons that they gave their employees so they could buy their food. They had a feed mill here, their clothes. The mill owned everything, basically. And then I told you earlier in this interview about the 100 homes they built for the employees. They made them available for the employees to purchase around 1946 in that era. So a lot of them in the beginning were all the same, brown, and they painted them different colors. And it's a great heritage. And these ancestors that came here, a lot of their offspring stayed and kept this mill afloat. It's doing so well. They have 2 shifts, even through this pandemic. I can't say enough about the mill. They made White Lake.
You're packing so much great information. I just want to say they had their own currency. That's what you're pretty much saying, right? They had their own, but you used it in this town. So it kept everything flowing in the community. And I want to double back just because this is so incredible. The NBA champion Los Angeles Lakers won their championship playing on a floor that was made in White Lake, Wisconsin.
That is correct.
Wow. Carl, thanks so much for joining us on Up North at 4. Anything else you want to say about the mill in White Lake?
Well, yes, there is. I'm the president of the White Lake Area Historical Society, and we've got a lot of the artifacts that the mill has been so kind to share and to give us so that we can preserve them for future generations. They even gave us their safe that's way back at the turn of the century, which we have it for viewing for people to come and see from the mill. So thanks to the mill, we have several paintings and pictures here and a lot of information for them to come and see.
Carl Witt, thanks so much for joining us from White Lake. I learned a lot of great information for today's segment, so thanks so much for joining us.
Join Jeopardy all this week.
And celebrate women in STEM.
That stands for
science,
technology,
engineering, math.
All this week
on Jeopardy.
Jeopardy, weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
Everyone sleeps at Tomahawk Furniture and Gun with prices so low you'll have to bend over to see them. Prices that'll make your eyes pop out. Want to sleep watching TV? Check out our recliners. You want to pass out face first in a sofa? Check out our sofas! And beds! We've got beds! Check us out! Prices so low you'll think we're crazy! Because everyone sleeps at Tomahawk Furniture and Gun!
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
With a name like Bud, I always knew flowers were my calling, and nothing will make your special someone swoon like a dozen stems.
Whoa, backpedal there, Bud. What would make me swoon is a new smartphone. And at Cellcom, smartphones are 50% off.
What in carnation?
Here's a super sweet deal just in time for Valentine's. Now save 50% on one of 10 amazing smartphones. Cellcom, clarity in a cloudy world.
That's what I call a budding romance.
Rachel Eiler and meteorologist Andrew Kiekefer bring you the local news and weather from the North Woods alongside the WJFW Weekend News Team. Watch Rachel and Andrew weekends at 10 p.m. on News Watch 12.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. I am now joined by 3 bona fide legends in this little old TV station in Rhinelander. I'm joined by Jay DeMarcus from Rascal Flatts fame, Natalie Decker from Eagle River, our hometown girl, hometown racing star, and of course, Jason Crabb, a Grammy Award winner. How are you 3 doing today?
We're doing wonderful. Thank you for having us.
Of course. So let's start with the news of the day, and I want to hear from Natalie on this one first. Just tell me about this new deal. It sounds like you're moving from the Truck Series to the Xfinity Series, and you signed with an really awesome sponsor here.
It is so exciting to be able to be in the Xfinity Series. It's been a dream of mine to be able to move up in the ranks of NASCAR. And to have an amazing sponsor and have them sitting here with me right now, Red Street Records, and having Jason on the hood of the car for the first ever Xfinity race I'm going to be doing, it's so exciting. And I'm with a really great team, RSS, and it's managed by Rain Brothers Racing. And I just couldn't be happier. I couldn't imagine my year going any different. And I'm so thankful that this opportunity came about.
Well, this is just some great news in an otherwise kind of dark period we've had. So I'm glad our hometown girl is going strong. Let's go to Jay now. Jay, what did you see in Natalie? Why did you want to sponsor her?
You know, my friend Todd DiBenedetto from Chicago said, I think there's a great opportunity here for us to partner with this wonderful family. Natalie is incredible, and she's driven, she's spunky, and she's, you know, on the cutting edge of the industry. And we at Red Street view ourselves as being on the cutting edge of our industry, the record business. So the more we visited with her and got to know her, it just seemed like a perfect match. And we're so thrilled to be a partner with a young lady that's such a bright light in an industry like this. So it was a no-brainer for us, and I'm thrilled to be here.
So Jason, this is kind of strange. Your single, your album is on the hood of a racing car. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. How does that compute? How do you feel about that?
Well, they just revealed it to me, unveiled the car, and I was just blown away. But that's the neat thing about the way Red Street thinks. They're outside the box. They are on the cutting edge. Natalie is the same way. I mean, look at this personality that she has, and she drives like this. You know what I'm saying? If she goes by you, she's going to smile and go, like, you know what I'm saying? So,
I'm sorry I'm beating you. I'm sorry.
So I'm just so thrilled. I was honestly, in the years that I've been out and doing what I do, I was in tears. I really was, literally in tears, and I'm just so thrilled to be partnered with them and to be a part of this. I'm overwhelmed. Thank God.
All right, answer for all three of you right now, or question rather. Is life more like a highway or a race car track? I think Jay would answer this best, actually.
You know, I think life is more like a racetrack because you can be a little more reckless out there and open it up and let it eat.
Yeah.
I like that. You never know what's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen.
I agree. Life is definitely more like a racetrack. I grew up at the racetrack, so I can really relate. And you never know what's going to happen. You just got to be your best and bring your best self. And there's going to be great opportunities, and then there's going to be also bad things that happen that you have no control over. And that's a race. That's a racetrack.
That's the place I want to be.
Absolutely, racetrack.
I agree with you. Racetrack, you know.
Long we go in the winner's circle.
And then to the winner's circle.
There we go.
You know, thing as well, though. Life is a racetrack.
I think I think you're onto something, Jay. I think this could be your next, big single. But we need to go to the star of the show right now. Natalie, you mentioned growing up. You grew up in Eagle River. Your mom texted me some pictures of you on the Northland Pines hockey team, one of which where your two front teeth were missing. So I want to hear from you. What was it like growing up in Eagle River? What are your best memories of growing up in the Northwoods?
I'm so thankful I was able to grow up in Eagle River, Wisconsin. I loved the school I went to. I loved all my teachers, and they really made it possible for me to excel in racing and to be able to have my dreams come true. They really helped me along the way, which was so amazing. And then also I was a hockey player. And I mean, you don't live in Eagle River if you don't play hockey. So I just loved it. It was great. The hockey and my hockey coach really taught me so much about life and teamwork and hard work and all of that. And it really helped me in my racing. So as I was younger, playing hockey and pushing my limits out on the ice, it really helped me to go to the racetrack and be confident and push my limits as a race car driver.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. We're all rooting for you, Natalie. Is there anything else you three would like to say before we get off of here?
We're just so thankful and happy to be here, so thank you.
And I have a 67 Cutlass for sale on eBay Motors. So happy bidding. And I just want to put that out there.
Okay, well, it's absolute pleasure having you all. Good luck to you, Natalie, and thanks for joining us on Up North at 4.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
'Cause all that I want is for you to be happy. Give me a chance to show that you can be. Well, open your eyes and you'll see the way I see. 'Cause all that I want is for you to be happy with me.
Furniture and Mattress USA in Antigo. We have the inventory and we know how to use it. Furniture and Mattress USA has the largest Lazy Boy comfort studio in the Northwoods. Don't order a recliner, buy a recliner and bring it home today. We have a large selection of mattress options in stock with more inventory arriving weekly. Extra soft to extra firm, we have the size and the style you're looking for. Don't order a mattress, buy a mattress and bring it home today. For furniture and mattresses, come to Furniture and Mattress USA in Antigo.
Our Newswatch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most to the Northwoods. NBC Newswatch 12, from where you live.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for Spinal Aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
The Newswatch 12 team works hard to deliver the most important stories from around the globe, local and national sports updates, and weather reports. NBC Newswatch 12, news from where you live.
Jeff, it's not an igloo, it's a...
Squeegee?
Quincy. Anyway, I need another layer of snow. Am I going to get any layers
not gonna
of snow?
happen. Dry the next 7 to 10 days around here, followed by maybe some temperatures back in the teens a week from today.
All right, we'll have more from Jeff at 5 and 6. We'll see you then.